main criticism was he never won a tournament game, right? He came to BYU, he never won a tournament game, and he's done that twice now.
Because he wasn't at the top of Kentucky's, the fan base's list. He wasn't. Who they want? Scott Drew, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Scott Drew. That was the guy they really wanted. He turned him down. Like this was a guy that still they wanted to believe in.
That's the irony of all this, right? The irony is that think about that coaching search. Oh, we're getting Scott Drew. No, you're not. Oh, we're getting Dan Hurley. No, you're not. There was someone else on that list before that too.
It just shows you that it doesn't matter. Like the seventh choice sometimes ends up being the best. Never even looked at it.
Yeah.
Right. Never even looked at it.
Not quite 7.
Sometimes the seventh choice is like the guy and everybody pans it and he ends up being really good.
I don't know. I think, honestly, if we're going to take a lesson out of it, and we'll get to the SEC piece of it, because a lot of people were talking shit about the SEC. Not necessarily talking shit, but like they kind of wondered, like, all right, you were this big bad team. They got 14 teams in. How would you show 7-16 in the Sweet 16? I think it's a lesson that if you bring BYU, right, Kentucky, if you bring a modern offense, and Coach Doster, you can speak to this a little better than I can.
He was Dr. Doster.
Well, he wears many.
So Dr. Rob,
he wears many hats.
Coach Doster.
We say Coach Pop.
That's Pop.
He does it all. But if you bring a modern offense to this game, and you have the horses, which obviously Kentucky and BYU do, hey, you're going to be in the last 16.
Yeah, 100% on all of that. I think that being able to get guys to buy in and understand what you're doing quickly is part of the way that these guys have had success. We talk about a team like Gonzaga at the start of the year, right? And how, this team got off to a hot start and everyone got all over them because they returned 6 of their 7 rotation pieces, and they already knew what was expected of them. They already knew the system. They already knew Mark Few's offense. They already knew all of that stuff. And to be able to take so many new faces and get them, it's not like what Mark Pope does is an easy offense to run, right? It's not like he's out there, and it's not like John Calipari's offense. And I swear I'm not.
Well, you're just saying it's far more simple to be able to pick up and run. Yes. And Cal actually, he recruited the right guys for this system this year for his system. Mark Pope threw a bunch of dudes together that were a lot of different types of players.
That was the question we had, right?
Major.
Like before the season started, my single biggest question was, you got 3 guys that are known for their defense. You got a whole bunch of guys that are known for their shooting. How is all of that going to work together? How are you going to be good enough defensively and good enough offensively when there's questions? You know what else we said early in the season? And I was probably the biggest one.
They didn't have a go-to guy.
Do they have a go-to guy?
Do they
have a star?
They didn't need one.
But
I mean,
always
been
been one.
The go-to guy is
Brea,
the system.
It was
That's
Brea,
the go-to guy.
It was Owe. It was Brea. It was Lamont Butler. Andrew
for a
Carr.
while.
Andrew Carr did it against Duke.
Yep.
Amari Williams has been a guy you can run offense through. Jackson Robinson, Mississippi State.
You're getting emotional just thinking about how good it is.
My boys are just shot. We've been talking for 40 hours.
He's emotional. Rob's he's been in his feelings all day about how good this Kentucky offense is.
Yeah, that's what I was really, really upset about today. Really got emotional about.
And the dad water.
The dad water definitely has got you emotional.
Yes.
Rob's like, I miss my family, but the Kentucky offense will have to hold me over until I get back.
Can I just say real quick, I just want everyone to know that the way that this week played out, we've never seen producer Trevor as happy as he's been this week.
Well,
right on Friday. He was in the best mood ever on Friday. On Saturday, he was smiling nonstop the entire day. Right?
Yeah.
We get to Saturday night. Goodman, what happened? He takes $40 out of his pocket,
incredible.
Out of nowhere, just on a whim. I'm going to go play that slot machine right there. Doesn't know how to do it. Puts the money in, hits a couple buttons, wins $450.
Hits a couple buttons, and there's like things all over this slot machine. Like,
yes.
Could you figure it out?
I had no idea what was going on.
No idea.
All I know is that he was like
lost $400, and I wouldn't have known the difference.
And so he takes the money.
Yeah.
He goes to bed, and he's got the biggest
thing about Trev.
He's got the biggest smile on his face.
That's
and then
what
you know what?
do.
When was the next time we saw him?
today without that smile.
7 o'clock
right
tonight.
Before the show started.
Right before the show started when he showed up with
it
the
was
equipment.
weird, though, because he showed up with like a couple rollies and a couple gold chains. It was like, damn, man, how many slots did you play last night? He must have hit a couple. But, yeah, Trevor's an absolute legend, and it was a great day for Kentucky basketball. Arrow is pointing way up, and obviously based on what they've done against Tennessee, they are clearly live against that team.